But Remco, Benji, he takes the red jersey now. Quickstep looked good today, but I won't say that Quickstep shredded the group. They didn't. The group was still big, and attacks started flying, and then Remco went. He's got a pretty healthy lead of a minute 01 on Roglic. Roglic didn't look good today, although it could have been the rainy conditions. But I don't think Roglic just crumbles because it starts raining. He did well on Covadonga
Yeah,
stage in the rain. I don't believe
yeah.
that. It wasn't 2 degrees either. It was like 15 at the finish. But this show, as always, is brought to you by Zwift. Zwift Academy is back for 2022. Registration is open now. Whether you're aiming for a pro contract like Jay Vine or Neve Bradfrey, or just looking to kickstart your fitness with some structured sessions, Zwift Academy will help you get fitter and have more fun on the bike. There are 6 workouts to complete, either solo or in-group workouts with baseline rides to compare your progress before and after Zwift Academy. Should Quickstep try and give this jersey away to a Rudy Millard, to a Rain Taramay? Do they want to be pacing for the next 2.5 weeks? Will that actually help them wear it in Madrid? And can Evenepoel keep this up? Because this is a great performance. I mean, he's got the TT where Roglic aside, he's taking over a minute on everybody else. So really, he's already got, like, on a Simon Yates, close to a 3-minute lead. Oh no, maybe not Yates. Yeah, it's a good time trial, but you know what I mean. He's in a hugely advantageous position. What do you think they should do, and what do you expect from him?
Well, when it comes to Remco Evenepoel, we know that his time trial is significant. We know that that time trial is going to benefit him. The time trial that is upcoming on stage 10 or 11, I think 10 it is.
10, yeah.
And the dangers, of course, like a Sierra Nevada altitude climb, for example. But now he's got some time ahead of others to drop if he's not that great on altitude, for example. We don't know that yet when it comes to Sierra Nevada. But a lot of these climb he finished in this Vuelta. We've said it before the Vuelta in the preview of this Vuelta that Remco fits so well on all these not so steady, not so steep gradients, but steady gradient climbs at the end of stages. And the last half of this climb is kind of like that. It was a steady gradient the last half of this climb. First part was a bit steeper, but he also survived the steep section quite well, the 11% section on that climb. So it all worked out quite well today. I expect it to work out quite well on the stages that are steady gradients. But the question that I have when it comes to like surviving 3 weeks, I've said it so many times before that Giro doesn't matter. I don't see that as a symbol of he can't make 3 weeks. I don't think we've seen an opportunity for Remco in full conditions where he can show that he can make it 3 weeks. But I think it depends on more his team. You said it multiple times this week already. I think when it comes to the strength of his team, Alaphilippe was a solid domestique today. I think Von Welder was a bit disappointing as a domestique today, but he was good, I think, at some point this week. So
Well,
I think on other stages,
I have
maybe
a
he might be
reason.
better. One more thing, though, before I throw it back to you. Do you think that his team's preparation in terms of the weather can matter a lot? As in Swiss, it was really hot. Yesterday, it was really hot. Today, it was rainy. Do you think that the hotness is a bigger danger for Remco than this rain?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. Van Wilder and Romandy, when it was raining, capitulated, I think, when he should have done better. He was really good on the hot days. Like,
Okay.
we have limited data on the young rider, but that's two points. We now have a we now have a sample size. Alaphilippe and the others really struggled in the heat. Ayuso really struggled in the heat, and then weather change, colder, milder, and rainy today. They're much better. Not Alaphilippe's not. He's not dropping the GC group. It's not like Koos or McNulty pacing the tour. Like, we're not there, but he's a serviceable domestique doing things, influencing the race for Evenepoel. That's a big difference from being dropped 1K into the climb on previous stages. So I think a lot depends for Evenepoel and Quickstep on the weather. I think you'd want Ilan to be good, but I don't think the heat suits. Even though Evenepoel's been training in Dania in 40 degrees, and it might not be a weakness, I don't think it suits him as much. I don't think it suits the other guys as much, maybe as well. And I also not sure Quickstep are the best at managing the heat in terms of recovery, management during the race. I'm not sure they are the best at that. Jumbo-Visma, I think, have that pretty dialed. It really depends on the weather. Is it going to be scorching down south? Probably. Like it's been hailing here, much in Andorra, much like the weather in the Basque Country today, raining hard. But is it going to be like that down south? So this Vuelta isn't over. We could see heat really playing, and you know who enjoys the heat? Enric Mas. But yeah, but we got Van Kaya, don't know how to say it, in 2 stages. I think Quickstep got to stay aggressive, Benji. Take time while you can. While Roglic, don't let him recover. If you were Evenepoel, do it again.
Exactly. That's what they need to do. They need to try and benefit from the fact that Roglic is currently not at his top form, in my personal opinion, and continue taking time where possible, but also keeping in mind that it doesn't need to be stupid attacks, because obviously, if you start doing stupid attacks and if you start sprinting at every finish, for example, for bonus seconds, which Remco wouldn't do, but for example, Pogacar did that at the start of the Tour, for example, that was unnecessary in certain stages because there was nothing to gain with the sprints. There were no bonus seconds in some sprints that he did. Evenepoel can't do that stuff when it's unnecessary, for example. He can't go for intermediate sprint just before a climb in the same way that he did at Basque Country, for example. Those small details will save him energy and could end up deciding whether he survives this Grand Tour completely or not. There's so much when it comes to that. But I guess we'll see in the coming days and the coming weeks whether Remco Evenepoel will sustain in that red jersey that he currently is in. I, as a Belgian, am incredibly curious to see what happens because we haven't been in this position in a long while to have like an actual GC rider that is actually fighting for GC and has a chance of winning this Grand Tour before Remco Evenepoel since Jurgen van den Broek, if we even considered that a rider that could end up winning a Grand Tour. Not really. He got into like the podium of a Grand Tour because everybody else got caught. But
How,
anyway,
how
when
many
it
how
comes
many
to,
news outlets are down there from Belgium? Like 12 in
I don't
Spain.
know, but everyone's shouting about it right now. I think he's on the first page tomorrow of every single newspaper in Belgium. Remco Evenepoel in red.
It does remind me of the Tour a lot in that if Roglic had done this today, what are we saying? Tour's over, right? If he'd done what Evenepoel did today, because he's
Yeah.
done it before, he's won 3 times. This reminds me a lot of the Tour where because Jonas, even though he took what, when you think about it rationally, is a huge lead on Pogacar after Grenal, he hadn't done it before. He hadn't held on for 3 weeks or worn the jersey. So because we haven't seen it from Evenepoel, you don't know. I believe in Evenepoel. I'm back. I'm back on the Evenepoel belief train. It'd be hard not to be, but we haven't seen it. So that's why, yes, he has a nice gap, but Sierra Nevada, you crack on Hazalanas, you're fucked. Like you're doing 15 Ks on your own, whilst other people are drafting. So Bora's still in the fight, Ineos still in the fight, Roglic, I don't know. It's not over. I do think, Quickstep got to stay aggressive, hone in the advantage when you can. Stage 8, hit again, Remco climb,